Hello guys, welcome back to yet another in-depth review video. So in this video, we'll be doing an in-depth review of Nothing Phone 2, which recently got the update of Nothing OS 2.5.5. As always, we created a community post asking you guys to let us know on which topic we need to focus more. We got around 520 votes with 23 comments. At the end of this video, I'll also answer all your questions, what you guys have asked in that community post. So now without wasting any more time, let's get started. So as you can see, this is my Nothing Phone 2, which is running Nothing OS 2.5.5, and I've been using this device as my primary phone since this update was released. If you see the community post, we got maximum votes for battery segment. So first let's talk about the battery part itself. And guys, I've also seen a lot of users complaining nowadays that their devices are heating and they are seeing a lot of battery drain. You consider any phone, Nothing or even OnePlus, but there is no issue with the update related to battery backup. We need to blame summers if your device is heating up a lot. See, I've tested this device in AC and without AC also. And with AC, I don't see any kind of issues related to extra battery drain or overheating, but whenever I take this device outside, the device starts to heat. See, if your device heats up, obviously that will affect the battery backup. In my case, I have tested in AC and without AC as said before, and I did notice little bit of impact in summers related to battery backup, but it's not that much. On an average, with normal usage, I've been getting around 6 hours of SOT. I know before I used to get around 6.5 to 7 hours of SOT with this similar usage, and nowadays I'm getting bit less SOT. You consider Nothing Phone or even my OnePlus smartphones. It doesn't matter if I'm using the latest OnePlus smartphone, which is OnePlus 12 or OnePlus 12R. On all the devices, battery backup have been affected, and that's due to summers. And overnight battery drain isn't that much. You can see I left the device idle at 38%. That time was 11:40. And in the morning when I woke up, it was 5:14 and the idle battery drain was only 3%. Battery standing at 35%. So in terms of battery, there are no issues with this latest update. If you guys are getting less SOT, you can blame 5G, along with that summers. And yes, device will also heat up more nowadays. Talking about the charging time, here also summers have affected the charging time. Yesterday I was charging my device, and even while at charging, the device temperature was around 42 or 43 degrees Celsius. That time my device took exactly 100 minutes to charge from 0 to 100. If I charge my device while turning on the AC, device hardly takes 60 to 65 minutes to charge, which is similar what I used to see when the device was launched. But one thing which I would like to appreciate what Nothing have done with this latest update of Nothing OS 2.5.5, and that's the optimization related to animations, fluidity, and even the general stability. Previously I used to see jittery app opening animations and slow response while scrolling, but now that has been taken care with Nothing OS 2.5.5. Now device feels super smooth with no lags at all. I never even noticed any kind of issues related to calling like 5G services, Bluetooth or even Wi-Fi. Everything works seamlessly. But one issue after this update which I've noticed, and that's related to ChatGPT integration. So whatever widgets they have given, no, they are not that optimized. They do require a bit of optimization. Once you open ChatGPT or use any ChatGPT widget, you'll see stutters while opening or closing ChatGPT. But this thing I hope Nothing fixes with the upcoming updates. In terms of overall stability, now Nothing Phone 2 feels a lot smoother. I used to complain about choppy animation and the lags while scrolling around, but that have been taken care, and a huge thumbs up to Nothing for that. It's not only about Nothing Phone 2, even on Nothing Phone 2A, along with Nothing Phone 1, with the update of Nothing OS 2.5.5, they have optimized the general stability to a next level. Moving on to the performance, so as I said initially, that device do heats up with the normal usage also nowadays, and that can also be felt while performing throttling test or while gaming. So generally I used to perform 100 thread up to 30 minutes, but this time I tried out 100 thread for 15 minutes and I was able to notice throttling issues. Maximum CPU only throttled up to 72%, though average gips were above 3 lakh. And I did perform this test under AC to check out whether in AC also throttling issues are to be seen or not. So on Nothing Phone 2, what I have observed, like if the device temperature goes above 36-37 degrees Celsius, device starts to throttle. In wildlife extreme stress test, stability scores were 71%. Temperature did rise while performing this test, and the maximum temperature what we noticed was around 40 degrees Celsius. Battery drain was 9%. Also we played games like BGMI and Genshin Impact. In Genshin Impact, device did not perform that well. We did notice a lot of frame drops while doing gaming. We hardly played for 15-20 minutes. In that itself, the FPS was not stable, which was dropping a lot, and minimum FPS what we saw was around 35 frames per second. We used the highest graphic settings with 60 FPS, and I did notice Nothing Phone 2 do struggles while playing with higher graphic settings, that too in games like Genshin Impact. We know that's a graphic intense game, But yes, even if you try to keep your device cool using any cooler, you will obviously see slight issues with the frame drops. We also played BGMI with higher graphic settings. We all know Nothing Phone 2 only supports 60 frames per second, in which we played TDM, and I also tried out full matches. So nowadays, with the latest update of BGMI, we have that hot drop, and in that device do struggles. It's not only with Nothing Phone 2, even my OnePlus 12 struggles when we land at hot drops. But overall, gaming performance was quite decent on Nothing Phone 2. In TDMs, you won't see much of frame drops on an average while playing TDMs. We noticed device did deliver around 54 frames per second on an average. So I've always been saying that Nothing Phone 2 is a decent for gaming. You can play classic matches, but don't expect that Nothing Phone 2 will give you best experience when it comes to gaming. See, display wise, we won't see any kind of changes with the regular updates. Brands do optimize display before even the phone is released, and in some cases they fix some display issues with 1 or 2 updates after the phone is released. And I did not even notice any kind of changes in the sound output after 2.5.5 update. So in terms of display, there are no noticeable change on this latest update. And another place where nothing have improved a lot, and that's in the camera segment. I'm actually impressed with the camera performance, but there are some issues when it comes to portrait mode. When you have single subject in the frame, portrait pictures are amazing. But soon you throw out a complicated scene, there Nothing Phone 2 fails to produce good images. I'll also show you guys the samples of portrait mode with single individual in frame and with multiple individuals in frame. First, let's talk about the picture quality now. See, all these pictures are clicked in good lighting condition. The colors in these pictures are bright and natural, making each scene look very appealing. The camera does a great job with high dynamic range, which helps keep a good balance between the very bright and very dark areas in photos. This means you can see the details usually hidden in the shadows or in very bright light. Phone 2 also shows a strong ability to capture both light and dark parts well, which adds the quality and depth of the image. The colors in these photos looks true to life, whether it's greens of tree, the blues of sky, or the colors of city life. But human skin, I find little bit of skin smoothing with the primary lens. In ultra wide and primary lens, I did notice bit of inconsistency, like in some cases you notice a lot of color shifting, and in some cases you find colors to be accurate both in primary and the ultra wide. But this is not a major deal for me personally. Both ultra wide and primary produces pictures with good details. In low light, most of the cameras or phones do struggles to get good details, and the same thing is with the Nothing Phone 2. Here device tries to brighten the pictures a lot, due to which details are washed out. But at least I would say that it produces usable image with decent detail and color accuracy even in complete dark environment. But there's still room for improvements. Let's hope nothing improve with further updates. Front camera portrait on Nothing Phone 2 capture good facial details and texture such as skin pose and facial hairs. This clarity is important for portrait photography, making the images sharp and focused. The skin tones are natural and the colors appear well balanced. The exposure is also well handled, with the lighting on the face being even and flatter. Rear camera portrait output is also really good when you have single subject in the frame, as I told you. But soon you throw a complicated situation or scene, Phone 2 is unable to handle it, and it misses out almost everything like edge detection, human faces, and the photos looks artifact, along with the background blur which looks too artificial. I also tried clicking pictures of human and animal in the single frame. In that case, camera does not recognize animal as a subject and it completely blur out. I hope nothing add a portrait for animal like how we get to see on Pixel smartphones. Video wise, I would say there is still room for improvements. Stabilization can also be improved. If you move the camera a little fast, then you can also notice slight stutters in the videos. These videos were recorded while walking normally, and I can say stabilization can still be improved. With the front camera, I do like the video quality. We get to see well balanced dynamic range until you point out the device opposite to sunlight. Until then, everything is good. Here you can judge the video quality yourself. See, in terms of camera, Nothing Phone 2, I would say it's great in picture quality with primary lens, but nothing can actually improve their camera when it comes to portrait and also the video recording. What do you guys have to say? Let me know in the comment section below. And now let's take your questions. What you guys asked us on the community post about this particular review. Few questions would have got the answer after watching the entire review. I'll take those questions which are not covered in the review video. First question is, can you do a comparison with OnePlus 12R? Yes, a comparison video is coming very soon with OnePlus 12R. The next question is from Nitin, who says phone unlock sound is missing. See brother, I'm not sure about that, whether it was present on the previous build or not, but yes, on this build the unlocking sound is not there. As said, I'm not sure whether it used to be on previous builds or not. Then Harish says still there is an issue with YouTube if you have YouTube Premium some issues with PIP. What actual issue with the PIP? Let us know in the comment section below. See, one issue which most people report about PIP, like if they are using PIP, then their device do stutters. But if that's the case, make sure you have set the resolution to high and then use the PIP, then it should work fine. The next question is from Satyajit, who recently purchased Nothing Phone 2, and he says beyond widgets, custom icons and the Nothing look, there is hardly any usual customization options offered. Yes, that's true. On Nothing phones, you won't get much of customization other than these widgets, custom icons and that Nothing look. Neeraj also had the same question related to YouTube in PIP mode, that phone lags, so make sure resolution is set to high. I mean the refresh rate is set to high in display settings. That will fix that issue. Then Yash has a question, should we go with Nothing Phone 2 or 12R if we got for the same price, and is it worth waiting for Phone 3? See, Phone 3 we are not even sure about the specifications, so if you are in a hurry to buy, instead of Nothing Phone 2, I would recommend OnePlus 12R if you are more towards the performance side. So guys, these were all the questions which you guys asked us on the community post and our in-depth review of Nothing Phone 2 running Nothing OS 2.5.5. If you guys still have any kind of questions, let us know in the comment section below. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.